Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Dipti Kulkarni, lecturer, Department of Physics, KLS Kokte PU College, Belgavi. In continuation with my earlier video on moving charges and magnetism, this is my second lecture from the same chapter. As we know, Ampere's law, okay, so which we studied in the previous chapter. So in the Ampere law, we cannot apply everywhere Ampere's law. For the we studied the Ampere's law for the current. So it is restricted for or limited for some concepts. We cannot explain all the concepts by using only Ampere's law. So we need to study further laws or theories, okay, for to study different concepts, physics concepts, okay. So that is nothing but Biot-Savart's law. So this is another law which is based on current and the magnetic field theory. If the current is passing through the conductor, the surrounded area act as a magnetic field, which we discussed already in the previous video. So the same type of explanation is given by this law, okay. So here xy, so we are going to consider a current element. So xy is a current element here. The length of that current element is denoted by dl. This is the length of this element. This is element means it is a small wire. If we consider a small conductor or the wire, okay, in simple way, it is just a wire where the current is passing through this arrow mark shows current I. This is a I, current. So current is flowing from x to y. So in this way current is flowing, okay. Now suppose if we consider the point, as we know the surrounded area act as a magnetic field. Suppose if we consider a point P which is away from this element or outside the element, then the distance between this center point of this element to P. So we can say that the center point is O, okay. OP distance is nothing but what? It is R. OP distance is R. So here you carefully observe between this element or this wire and this OP, okay, OP side, there is an angle. That angle is denoted by theta, okay. Same explanation is given here. xy is a current carrying a wire, I is the current in the wire, dl is the length of the current element, dB is the magnetic field due to current element. So here current is passing through this element means surrounded area act as a magnetic field, and that magnetic field is denoted by dB. P is the point at which dB is to be calculated. This is P. Suppose if the magnetic field is somewhere here in this surrounded area, so if we consider a point P, okay, in this magnetic field anywhere, okay, anywhere. So here we have considered P. We can consider the point P here also or here also, okay. We can consider the point somewhere in this area also, okay, because we know that the surrounded area is a magnetic field. So for that reason here we consider the point P. I hope you understood this, okay. R is the distance between the current element and P. So R is the distance between this OP. Theta is the angle between the directions of dl and R. So this is the theta between this dl and this R, okay. According to this explanation and the diagram and the statement, from the statement of that law, okay, the magnitude of a magnetic field dB at a point P is directly proportional to the current flowing through the current element according to the Biot-Savart statement, okay, from that law statement. Here we can say, or we can divide into 4 categories, okay. For example, directly proportional to the current, directly proportional to the length, directly proportional to the sine theta, and directly proportional to the square of the distance between P and current element, okay. So using all these factors, if we combine all these factors, And if we express these factors in the expression form, then how we have to write? According to this, dB is directly proportional to what? I, means first point, current. dB is directly proportional to length, means dl. dB is directly proportional to sine theta, so sine theta. And dB is directly proportional to square of the distance. Okay, here actually it is inversely proportional. Okay, not directly, it is inversely proportional, or directly proportional, inversely proportional here, or we can say that directly proportional to the 1 divided by square of the distance r. That is also correct. Okay, so here dB is equal to, the next step, dB is equal to, if we remove the proportionality sign, then next dB is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi, and these all factors as it is, I dl sine theta divided by r square, where mu naught is called permeability of free space. This is constant value, so we call it as mu naught is a permeability of free space. Okay, so this is a proportionality constant value. And what is mu naught? What is the mu naught symbol indicates? Mu naught is nothing but what? Mu naught is a permeability of free space. Okay, next one, the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane containing current element and the line which joins the point and current element. So suppose if we write the same law in the vector form, of course the magnetic field is a vector quantity. So vector dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I. dl and r both are vector quantity. I is a scalar, so we are not mentioning the arrow on the current, okay, current side, and then r square. Okay, so where mu naught is a permeability of a free space, I is a current in the current element, dl is the length of the vector, r is the displacement vector. So this is about the vector form of the Biot-Savart's law. Okay, next one, expression for magnetic field strength at any point on the axis of circular loop using again same Biot-Savart's law. Okay, we are going to use the same law for the different shape. Okay, different shape means here we are going to consider the circular loop. So this is a circular loop here. So or we can say that this is a ring. Suppose if we consider the ring, okay, ring means metal conductor. Okay, so suppose if current is passing through this ring and this is the direction, in this way the current is flowing. Okay, that current is denoted by I. So here suppose from the center of the ring to the axis of rotation, this is like axis of rotation, or we can say that from O to Q, the distance is nothing but it is R, that is radius of the ring, radius of the ring. Okay, then suppose if we consider the point P, this is point P. Okay, then from the ring to the point P, okay, or OP distance is how much it is, x. Then axis of rotation, this point we denote by Q. So PQ distance is r, small r. Okay, now we know that the resolution of vectors we studied in the previous year, as well as in the previous cases also we have studied, we come across this this resolution of vectors. Okay, suppose if we join this OP and OQ, okay, this QP or PQ and OP, both these lines if we join, then POQ is a right angle triangle. POQ is a right angle triangle. We know that this is the ring, metal ring, or the loop, circular loop, which is a conductor where the current is passing across this. Okay, then surrounded area, of course it is a magnetic field. So with respect to this, if current is flowing across this, then where is our direction of the magnetic field? Definitely in this way, the direction of the magnetic field. Or we can say that somewhere here we observe the magnetic field. So magnetic field is denoted by dB. Okay, so we can say the magnetic field is denoted by here this symbol dB. This is dB. Okay, now with respect to this line. Okay, so we know that the one vector or diagonal side is splitted into two vectors. We know that if we consider the two vectors, we can draw the resultant vector at bisector or at diagonal side, or that is also one method, or using the diagonal or the bisector or any one vector, we can construct two more vectors. So this is along x-axis, along y-axis. Similarly, this is also y-axis. This is also y-axis. Okay, this is y. Okay, now we know that this is one component. This is one component along x-axis. This is y component. So this is dB sine theta, or we can say that it is alpha, any alpha. This is also alpha, I can say. So dB here, dB sine alpha. Okay, sine alpha. In this way also sine alpha along with dB. So this is one pattern and this is another pattern. Okay, so now both are mirror image. Okay, both are mirror image, is it not? dB sine alpha directions are opposite, so get cancels. We are not interested in this. Here dB cos alpha, and this side it is a dB cos alpha along x-axis. Similarly, if we consider this pattern, then here also it is dB cos alpha. So both are in the same direction, both in this pattern as well as in this pattern. Both are dB cos alpha only, and both these two components are in the same direction. Okay, so these two get cancels. We have the scope to add these two. This dB cos alpha in this pattern, dB cos alpha in this pattern. I hope you understood this diagram. Now this one also you remember, this is a right angle triangle, this is a angle. Okay, this is angle alpha. So this is opposite side. Okay, and this is hypotenuse, and OQ is nothing but OQ is a adjacent side. Okay, next one, from the figure, R is the radius of a circular loop. Okay, and I is the current in a circular loop. P is the point on the axis of the loop at a distance x from its center O. dl is the length of the current element. R is the distance between P and current element at Q, and here alpha is the angle between the axis and the direction of dB. The magnetic field at P due to the current element dl at Q is given by, we know this expression, already we studied that law. According to the law, if we substitute the value, dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl into R divided by R square. So here dl into R. Okay, what is that dl into R? dl into R into that we know that if we express this in the vector form, so this is magnitude of the vector dl, vector R. Okay, now we know that magnitude of dl, vector dl cross vector R, okay, is equal to what? This cross symbol is there. Due to that, if we remove the cross symbol, this cross symbol, what we have to write? R dl sine theta, right? But here, what is theta? Theta between dl and R, it is a 90 degree. Please go through the diagram. Carefully see. This is dl, okay, this is dl and this is R. This is R, okay. So, are they not perpendicular with each other? Both are perpendicular with each other. That is the reason between the dl and R, dl, this is dl, okay, this is dl, okay, and this is R. The angle between dl and R is 90 degree. So we have to substitute here angle is equal to 90 degree. Then simplify. After substituting this value, if we simplify this, then therefore dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I r dl r square. Okay, so here according to our convenience we can call it as this is equation number 1. Then from equation 1 or equation 1 implies dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I r dl upon r square. You call it as equation number 2. Okay, next step. The magnetic field dB is resolved into two components along x and y. Just now I explained you, if it is along y axis in the diagram, already we learned that if it is a dB sin alpha get cancels because of what? Directions are opposite. Same magnitude but directions are opposite. So we have the scope to add only dB cos alpha in both the patterns. Okay, we can add dB cos alpha. Okay. Now suppose if we consider dB cos alpha, so then how we have to write? Total magnetic field is equal to summation of dB cos alpha. We can call it as this is equation number 3. Equation 2 in equation 3. So already we know that what is equation 2. So this is equation 2. Suppose if we substitute this equation 2 in equation 3 means this one. Then total magnetic field B is equal to summation of mu naught divided by 4 pi I dl divided by r square into cos alpha. Okay, so here B is equal to, next step, we are not varying here any these quantities. Mu naught by 4 pi is fixed, I is also fixed, r square is fixed, cos alpha is also fixed. We may vary the element length. We may consider this much ring, we may consider this much ring. Okay, we can consider different radius value of the, or different radius value means the ring size, definitely we can vary. So dl is varying. So that is the reason we have to put the summation symbol for only dl. Call it as equation number 4. From triangle POQ, in the previous diagram I just shown you the triangle POQ. So this is the triangle, this is POQ. What is cos alpha? So we know that cos alpha is equal to, what we have to write from that? Cos alpha is equal to capital R divided by small r. Okay, capital R is what? Adjacent side, and small r is a hypotenuse. Equation number 5. Call it as equation number 5. This is adjacent side and this is hypotenuse. Already I explained. So now substitute the values of cos alpha, r by r. Call it as equation number 5. Wherever cos alpha is given, there we have to substitute this value. So, and dl is equal to 2 pi r. We know that dl is nothing but summation of dl is equal to 2 pi r. Call it as equation number 6. Why it is 2 pi r? Because it is the circumference of the loop. Circumference of what? Of the circular loop. Circumference of the circular loop. Where is this, that loop? This is the loop, circular loop. Circumference of this loop. Okay. Now substitute the values and simplify. After simplification, equation 5 means this equation 5. Okay, and 6 means this one. This 5 equation means cos alpha and dl value, that is 2 pi r, dl and cos alpha, both equations where we have to substitute in equation number 4. So total magnetic field B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I r square, I r capital R, okay, r square divided by I r divided by r square into r into 2 pi r. Once again I will read. B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, okay, I r divided by r square and another r into 2 pi r. Okay, simplify now. This is capital R, r square, mu naught by 4 pi as it is. Okay, but here 2 pi. So I will rewrite once again the same expression 2 pi. Because of what? This 2 pi. This is 2 pi I as it is, r square, and here r square and r is given. So total it is r cube. Okay. Now I hope you understood this. This is the total magnetic field for the ring or the circular loop. From triangle POQ, from the triangle POQ means this is P, this is POQ. From this triangle, what we can write? Pythagoras theorem. What we can write? Is it not? Is it not this r square is equal to capital R square plus x square? Can we write like this? R square is equal to capital R square plus x square. So same here I considered. Okay, same here I considered. From triangle POQ, R square is equal to capital R square plus x square from Pythagoras theorem. Then what is R? R is equal to square root of R square plus x square, or R square plus x square raised to 1 by 2. Both meanings are same. Okay. Now we know what is R. Can we write for R cube? R cube is nothing but what? R square plus x square raised to 3 by 2. Why 3 by 2? Because already we know that this is 1 by 2, but R cube is there. That is the reason 3 by 2. Power we have to change 3 by 2. If we substitute this value instead of this R cube, then total magnetic field B is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi 2 pi R square divided by R square plus x square raised to 3 by 2. So this is the final expression for the circular loop. If current is passing through the ring or the circular path, okay, or a circular loop, then what is the total magnetic field? So this is the total magnetic field. I hope you understood this. If you need further question and answers from the 4th chapter, please go through the link given below. Thank you.